There is a truth most men will never admit. Weakness is not about money, not about status, not about physical size. Weakness is a mindset, and today you will hear 5 brutal truths about weak men. Not to judge them, but to make sure you never become one. Truth number 1. Weak men avoid responsibility. They blame the economy, they blame their parents, they blame their childhood, they blame their boss, they blame women, they blame society, but they never blame themselves. Responsibility is heavy, and weak men hate weight. Strong men say, "It's my fault, I will fix it." Weak men say, "It's not fair. Life is not fair." And the moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life, you become dangerous. Truth number 2. Weak men seek comfort over growth. They choose sleep over discipline, entertainment over education, pleasure over purpose. They scroll for hours. They complain for years. Comfort feels good today, but it destroys you tomorrow. Growth is painful. It requires sacrifice. It requires saying no. Weak men chase what is easy. Strong men chase what is necessary. Truth number 3. Weak men need constant validation. They post for attention. They speak to impress. They change opinions to fit in. Their confidence depends on applause, but applause is temporary. The moment validation disappears, so does their identity. A strong man stands alone if necessary. He does not need approval to act. He does not need permission to improve. He does not need an audience to work. Silence does not scare him. Truth number 4. Weak men cannot control their emotions. They explode in anger. They react instantly. They argue loudly. They take everything personally. Emotion controls them. And when emotion controls you, anyone can control you. Strength is calm under pressure. Strength is responding instead of reacting. Strength is maintaining composure when others lose theirs. A man who cannot control his emotions cannot control his life. Truth number 5. Weak men talk more than they act. They announce goals. They discuss plans. They debate success. But they rarely execute. Talking creates the illusion of progress. Action creates results. Weak men love the idea of success. Strong men love the process of earning it. Execution is lonely. Execution is repetitive. Execution is boring. But execution builds power. If any of these truths hurt, good. Pain reveals weakness, and awareness creates transformation. You are not weak because you failed. You are weak only if you refuse to improve. Take responsibility. Choose discipline. Detach from validation. Control your emotions. Act in silence. Do this consistently, and weakness will slowly disappear. Because strength is not given, it is built. One decision at a time. Most weak men do not look weak. They look normal. They blend in. They smile. They joke. But weakness hides in habits. It hides in excuses. It hides in reactions. It hides in daily choices. And the most dangerous weakness is the one you refuse to see in yourself. Let's go deeper. Truth number 6. Weak men fear rejection. They do not approach opportunities. They do not speak up. They do not take risks. Why? Because rejection feels like death to the ego. But rejection is training. Every no sharpens you. Every failure teaches you. Every risk builds courage. A weak man avoids rejection, a strong man collects it. He understands that comfort kills potential. Truth number 7. Weak men compare constantly. They compare income, they compare cars, they compare followers. They compare relationships. Comparison creates insecurity, and insecurity creates desperation. Desperate men make emotional decisions. They overspend, they overpromise. They overcompensate. A strong man competes only with yesterday's version of himself.
He does not care who is ahead, he cares whether he improved. Truth number 8. Weak men cannot delay gratification. They want results now. They want success now. They want attention now. They start strong, but quit when progress is slow. Discipline is doing what must be done even when the reward is invisible. Weak men need instant reward. Strong men trust the process. They work for months with no applause. They build in silence. They suffer quietly, because they understand something simple. Time exposes everyone. Truth number 9. Weak men seek shortcuts. They look for hacks, they look for secrets. They look for easier paths. But there are no shortcuts to character. There is no shortcut to discipline. No shortcut to resilience. No shortcut to respect. Shortcuts build fragile foundations, and fragile men collapse under pressure. Pressure reveals structure. If pressure breaks you, you were never strong. Truth number 10. Weak men avoid hard conversations. They avoid confrontation. They avoid honesty. They avoid boundaries. They say yes when they mean no. They tolerate disrespect, they suppress resentment. And eventually, they explode. Strength is clarity. Strength is saying, this is unacceptable. Without anger, without drama, without fear. Calm boundaries command respect. Now listen carefully. Weakness is not permanent. It is a collection of repeated decisions. And strength is the same. If you wake up late every day, you build weakness. If you lie to avoid discomfort, you build weakness. If you complain instead of acting, you build weakness. But if you choose discipline today, you build strength. If you take responsibility today, you build strength. If you control your emotions today, you build strength. The transformation is slow, painfully slow. But it compounds. Most weak men quit before the results appear, strong men continue when motivation disappears. Motivation is emotional, discipline is structural. Weak men rely on emotion. Strong men rely on systems. A system does not care how you feel. You train anyway. You work anyway. You improve anyway. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your partner. Not society. Respect is earned. Power is built, strength is developed. Alone. And that is why most men remain weak, because building strength is lonely. It requires sacrifice. You will lose people. You will outgrow environments. You will distance yourself from comfort. But comfort never built greatness. If you want respect, become disciplined. If you want confidence, keep promises to yourself. If you want authority, control your emotions. If you want power, act when others hesitate. And remember this, weak men talk about change. Strong men become change. Silently. No announcement. No drama. No excuses. Just action, day after day. Month after month, year after year. Until one day. People call you lucky. But you know the truth. It was never luck. It was discipline. It was responsibility. It was control. It was silence. It was strength built in the dark. And that is something weak men will never understand. Because weakness chooses comfort. But strength chooses growth. Choose wisely.